Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at the state of the altcoin market. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. Um, so, we've been looking at the progression of the Bitcoin dominance chart for quite some time, especially when it reached a critical point here on May 18th, where it came down to about 40% dominance at which point Bitcoin broke the 20-week moving average, um, and went down to like $29,000 at one point. Throughout this entire period, you could see that Bitcoin dominance has been trending up. I stated that Bitcoin dominance will continue to trend up for 133 days or so, to about maybe 50% or 55% dominance, give or take, volatility from Bitcoin, or how long Bitcoin stays below the 20-week moving average. The reason why I say 133 days is because, like in my previous videos talking about the state of the altcoin market, we measured all the moves of Bitcoin dominance throughout the years, and we noticed that more often than not, it's usually around 133 days before we see a significant drop in the dominance where altcoins really take a hold of the market. We can see instances of 56 days, of 84 days. Currently, right now, we're beyond those. And so we do have 133 days and 154 days to boot, to look forward to. Now, it can end now, right? It can turn around now. It can turn around in 160 days. We don't really know. It's just a simple projection that I made based on previous price history. With that said, we have seen Bitcoin dominance drop quite a bit. From a high of 49% dominance to where it is now, about 46.28. So it's about a 2.86 percentage point drop, which is pretty significant. Regardless, we need to take into account the trend, right? We see the trend right now. We have higher and higher lows, right? And higher highs. So the game for Bitcoin dominance at least, is to, if we're looking for altcoins to really take the lead, we need them to make we need to break the higher low, right? Currently the higher low is set at 44.61% dominance. And so from where we are, we would need to drop another, 2 percentage points or so. And altcoins would need to continue the rally that it's been on. And especially if Ethereum's able to keep pace and outpace Bitcoin, then we should be there in no time. And that's the only kind of hesitancy that I have at the moment when looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now, mind you, I am filming this on to Wednesday, so something could definitely happen tomorrow, and we could see a total reversal, a progression to a higher high, or we could drop, totally, and really signify a trend reversal. But uh, as of right now, when looking at the chart, it seems like the trend is continuing to go up. And it will continue to do so until it doesn't. And I think the point for that would be around this level here. If we're able to break it, that can indicate some kind of trend reversal for Bitcoin dominance. When looking at total two, it's quite interesting to look at, right? It's a little easier to see, but it is a falling wedge, right? We see lower and lower highs, right? And then we see lower and lower lows, trending in this structure here. And just yesterday, we broke out of that. Okay, we broke out of that today and yesterday. We see a continuation of that today. This is pretty impressive. If if altcoins can continue the rally, and mind you, this is total two divided by the BLX, so it's the altcoin market measured in the valuation of Bitcoin. So if altcoins are able to continue to break this, maybe come back down here and test it as support and come back up, then this is a further confidence that altcoins are back on the move. And the good thing about that, to me at least, is that if altcoins are able to stay this bullish, it can mean one of two things. And ultimately lead to the same conclusion of, A, people see the writing on the wall with Bitcoin. They see it that it's close to the 20-week moving average, and they believe that the 20-week moving average is going to be broken by Bitcoin. We're able to break through it. and therefore altcoins are going to benefit from that, and people are simply just front running the market. Um, or you could flip it on its head and say the same thing, but we're getting too ambitious, right? We're getting too ambitious. Personally, for me, I'm not making any moves until Bitcoin gets back above the 20-week moving average. In other words, I still hold majority Bitcoin. I still hold 50% of my portfolio in Bitcoin, and it's going to stay that way until Bitcoin gets back above the 20-week moving average. When it does, and we're able to hold it as support, then I'll start flowing in my Bitcoin into my several altcoin positions to increase my positions there. But until then, I won't be making any move. For some people, that might be too late, right? And that's why they're front running the market. And so it's quite interesting to see this happen. Okay. Very, very interesting to see. I'm very curious what next week's going to hold for Total 2. If we're able to continue on with this rally. And if it does, that's pretty bullish. And that kind of leads me to think that Bitcoin is going to be breaking the 20-week moving average fairly soon. And if that's the case, then, this is very good. I can't stress that enough. If Bitcoin does break the 20-week moving average and hold it as support, then we could be off to the races, and potentially by next year we'll be at our market cycle peak. In my previous video, I did say that um, on the macro chart looking at I don't think end of year is going to be uh by end of year it's going to be a market cycle peak of $300,000, um, but potentially next year. I think it's a pretty strong case for next year of $100 to $200,000 Bitcoin by next year. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today. So keep an eye on Total 2, keep an eye on the dominance chart, because if this continues to go up, that means Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to go down and even break this level here, in which case we could say that, trend reversal is happening. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.